Is that considered family?
Yeah.
So your husband is considered family, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So here we go. They said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?
Really, Monique?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going, they doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what happened. Now, I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? I said, sister, and her name is Jasmine, how could you ask another sister that? Well, we just planned. I said, tell me the joke in that, because I don't know what you're insinuating. Then you're involving people that have nothing to do with nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? So I said, I'm going to call my brother. DL. I'm going to call my brother. I call DL Hughley on the phone. I say, hey, baby. Yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes, because they called him to let him know Monique's going to be calling.
Right.
Like this, it was getting crazy.
Right.
I'm like, just let me get on the phone with my brother, right?
Yeah.
Hey, DL, yeah. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team, and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like, stupid. Like, asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it. I said, DL, how does that uplift our community? And again, I don't know what y'all trying to insinuate, but brother, what you doing? Like I said, that's just how we do it. So it is what it is. Now, it got so ugly that my attorney had to send a cease and desist.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. It's also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who as a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does, she has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says DL Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history. Because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people. except when she's using it to butter somebody else to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she go, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you, not even your family? How do you, or I was on the road getting it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to.
All right, y'all. You heard it right here, man. We've been talking to y'all all day about the podcast. We got Monique. She going crazy out there in the game. Ain't really too much nobody could say about it because those guys, they made the bed that they sleeping in. And she had to speak her truth. And I think that's a lot of times important. Especially when you talk about these people in Hollywood, they fucking nobodies. They ain't no damn body. And they like to get the money to the dummies. I noticed that. They don't like to get the money to people with intelligence or intellect. They get the money to the idiots, the people that ain't that smart, the people that's dumb or angry or don't really understand how shit go. That's the people who they like to make rich. Because I can't understand why Monique won't just go out and do her own shit. Like, you've been in the game for all these years and you still talking about how somebody treating you? Like, that's childish. Like, you a fucking millionaire. You at least made $100,000 at least one time. And you still talking about how somebody treated you. Me, being a creative, I would imagine when I get the millions and hundreds of thousands, ain't nobody gonna be able to treat me fucked up. I'm the boss. How the fuck you gonna go through a bad scenario if you the boss? So I just don't think they the smartest motherfuckers in the room. If somebody treating you bad, you learn that as a kid. You get the fuck away from them. You leave them alone. And any kind of money that's supposed to come to you, you're going to get it anyway because you're respecting yourself. You have a self-respect. If you don't have self-respect, people will treat you and do anything to you. Now, in her defense, she was molested as a youngster, so they probably was teaching her how to take less or how to be less than how you want to be. And now her strength comes from herself and her husband and all that stuff, which is irritating to some people. I don't know why, because that's her support system. Why is that bothering you? But you learn that a lot of these people are haters and they're angry and they don't want to know that you're doing good or even better than them. They don't want that. And Monique is very talented. She can do anything in comedy. She can do anything in entertainment. But I think she wants a boss. She wants someone to tell her what to do, give her the money. And you can see why. Because if something go wrong, she throwing you under the bus. She talking shit about you. She gonna say you ain't nothing. But D.L. Hughley, he was so fucking far off the deep end with her that you could tell that the last time they had a beef, which was a few years ago, when she got to mention that his daughter was molested, he really got pissed off. He gave her fucking a real motherfucking tongue lashing. So he doesn't like her. It looked like he completely disrespects her and don't like her. And to me, that begs the question, why y'all keep calling this lady to come out and shoot with y'all and be on y'all projects and you ultimately don't like her? You try to disparage her name. You said shit that you want us to believe about her. We don't even know if that shit's true, but it's you saying it, so we assume it's true. Like, maybe that shit's true. But at the end of the day, all y'all seem like a bunch of haters, man. It's like, damn, everybody supposed to be rich. Everybody supposed to be getting money. Everybody supposed to be then spent their whole life to let their careers be what they wanted it to be. And everybody mad. Everybody pissed at each other. I look at it like your old aunt and auntie, uncle and auntie that come through, but they be beefing with each other. Even though they cool with other family members, they still mad at each other. So they be getting into big ass arguments and shit inside the family. And people in the family like, hey, calm the fuck down. Why y'all tripping? What's going on? Y'all been together 40 years. What's happening? No, this stupid ass nigga and this stupid ass bitch is like that. And Monique is that person that every time you know it's a family event, she gonna come with an argument. She gonna have a beef about something. Even she picked a beef with the young girl saying, y'all wearing bonnets. I'm tired of seeing y'all wear bonnets. Like, some people just got a problem with everything and everybody. 55, 56 years old, either she went through menopause or she going through it. So a lot of people like that, they be mad, man. It's nowhere around it. You can't make them happy. They pissed off individual. And it seemed like that's what she is. She can't get happy. I had her back before. I was supporting Monique. I really thought that the people was acting shady towards her in my time of knowing her scenario. But in that, you also have to like move on. You also have to like get past it. You also have to grow. Like, you're gonna keep throwing these people under the bus about some shit that happened 14 years ago. Come on. I ain't saying you gotta forgive and forget. I ain't saying you gotta stop understanding how it went, but I don't think you should keep carrying the fucking thing because it looked like you haven't had a win in 15 years. You haven't had a come up in 15 years, and you're supposed to be an artist that we watch and love your creations. Take time out, create your shit yourself. Take time out, be a boss. Take time out, make it for yourself. You see this Hood Films. I make this for myself. That means I'm not answering to no white man. I ain't going to nobody's job. I ain't got to give a fuck about your opinion about me and what I do, what I choose to create. It's all on me. I'm the boss. If you like other people, if you're interested in other people, the fucking world is free. Go take your ass over there to them. Stay until the fucking end of time. But I'm going to still do my thing and my brand and my situation because I'm the boss. Just like you're not going to go to McDonald's and say, y'all putting too much Big Mac sauce on this. It's too many pickles coming on this quarter pounder. You could give your opinion, but they're not going to give a fuck. And number two, they're not going to change shit. They don't give a fuck about your opinion. So for Monique to go out here and have all this personal feeling about everybody's opinion about her, I say something's wrong with her. It's been too long. I thought that this interview was going to be about how things changed over the time. She was going to talk about how things was, but then how things changed. And still, she just rehashing old wounds. She talked about D.L. Hughley's daughter said his daughter was raped, and she did that in front of him. I mean, and he let it happen in front of him, which obviously no father would do that. But the fact that she said that left like this really harsh ass cut in D.L. Hughley's side, because it's like, bitch, what the fuck did you just say? But she said it, so it's like, damn, you ain't got no heart. So he made sure he didn't let out no motherfucking. He made sure he gave her the business. He really snapped on her ass and gave her the business, and you have to do that with people. So everybody is basically not taking no shit from each other on the black side. We actually lead culture. So is this going to be a trend that other cultures are going to do? They're going to start outing each other and saying negative shit about each other. Is this going to be a trend in America? Is this what's going to happen? Everybody going to start saying that what they got to say off their heart, off their mind, and don't matter how it turned out or who it hurt. Is that what it's going to be? If that's what things are turning into? It is 2024. It's a different time frame. You know, everything is different from when we grew up to what it is today. So, hell, marijuana even legal. That's just showing you the times. Like, everything is different. The other generations ain't doing that. Even though the people that's from my generation and older, the internet is here. So it's like, by getting a message out now, it get directly to the people. It's not like it's a beat around the bush. It's not like this thing that might not happen. It's like as soon as you say the message, right in the people's face. So going on Club Shay Shay is actually a positive thing because he the black Vlad. And he's going to get that money that Vlad was getting, but Vlad been doing it for bad years. So he has to, dig in and keep going. But it's a lot of stories out there. It's a lot of hate. You know, it's a lot of hate inside the black culture. He could bring me on that motherfucker. I could tell you about motherfuckers hating on my little ass as a brand and as a man. But it's a part of life. You're not going to rub everybody right. You're not going to make everybody like you. You're not going to be the darling of the night every single fucking time. You're going to have people that's going to hate you, that's going to want to throw shit at you, that's going to even just throw negative slurs towards you. It's a part of life. So you got to get a little thicker skin. Somebody said that her comedy special wasn't funny. I laughed my ass off. And I looked at her as a person that does more than just comedy. She did a little acting. She did a little positivity. She did a little fucking memory lanes. She did so much, and then she made you laugh throughout the whole process. So the less they were saying that, I think somebody was saying that Dale Hughley said her show got the less, what they call that, when the critics be talking about you. The critics? Who are these goofies? See, that's what I'm saying. Their value system is fucked up. They believe that these people have credibility because they say something that affects Hollywood hunkies. Man, who the fuck cares? Boy, that's a black lady doing shit for the hood, man. She don't give a fuck about fitting in with them goofy ass people. If she did, she'd be over there probably acting like she gay. Because that's what most people do when when they get kicked out the industry and want themselves to be back in it. They'll figure that shit out. They'll figure out any goddamn thing. Look at that Niecy Nash chick. She figured that shit out. And by doing whatever she chose to do, you already know, they put her ass right back in the mix in the industry. Queen Latifah did it. Raven Simone did it. People learn their hustles. It's a hustle. So that's why I say my man got his hustle during the empowerment, the comedy. Interviews and shit like that. We all fuck with it. We all love it. We all believe that it should last because we want to get our messages and stories out there. And don't nobody believe that somebody else culture can tell our messages for us. Like, that's far-fetched as hell. Like, no, the hell you can't. Like, that's what Hood Filmed is all about. Who gonna tell my stories and shit? Who gonna talk about the stuff that I want to discuss? I'm not coming to your meeting where you can try to just tell me that it's a dumb idea and all that shit. Like, I don't even value their opinion like that. I'm not saying I'm everybody in the world, though. A lot of people do value their damn opinion. So you can understand why they're highly opinionated. You know, it's because the people value that shit. But me, creative guy like me, the person that roll down his own hill and shit and make his own way, I wouldn't give a... Man, don't even let me play, y'all. Hold on, let me just plug this in. Yeah, you be happy to be where you are in life and happy to be what you got going on. So that's a real critical thing to think about. I didn't even realize I could have had my light rocking all day right now. But it looked good. Put a little light on this. So you already know my new podcast is going to have my light. What's going on, though? Look like you got to short it, don't it? Or is the cable... Okay, this thing got to stay on. What the Ross clock? Okay. So anyway, the lights on and the podcast over. So I guess we did it backwards. We cut the lights on to end the podcast. That's how that worked. Yo, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. We got a new subject matter coming up real fast. I'm going to hit y'all up with some more information and like and subscribe and share and all that beautiful stuff, man. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy Hood Films. You sub 2 times the brand man.